Today, we talk about what makes a good builder and what the new NBA 2K26 gameplay is going to be like. So, should be a fun ride. A bunch of speculation has been out there about what's coming, what should be in there, and all of that good stuff. And we did get some information, so that can possibly help us a bit as we go forward with NBA 2K26. So the developers had an amazing show. I actually very much loved the show because they revealed a teaser of the roadmap ahead of what's coming for the coming weeks. So we won't get official word until the end of the month, a little later, and that's going to reveal the first official gameplay, which is exactly what we most of us would want on the 28th of July. But before that, we'll get into some of the stuff that they did reveal and that we got confirmed. Skill-based matchmaking, we talked about that. You're going to be able to have green or miss. You have to time your layups. These are good features, in my opinion, and very important. And they kind of talked about having more control for your player, empowering you, to really lock in the competitive experience, which is very important in my opinion. And it's something I barely do rant, but when I rant, it's about that specific because I think that's the most essential to make the game better. And so, that being said, when it comes to the builder, that's important because that's a factor about what they're looking to do. The biggest factor was the wording that they said that all heights, short and tall, can be effective on the court and encourage more build diversity this year. All right. So overall, the build is more intuitive and you can build the perfect build that you want. All right. That's what they said. And these are literally me reading the words from the website that they put together. And then they have other little nitbits about having year-round fresh play styles. I'm not sure what that means other than like getting rewards or unlocks all year again. But they talked about the cap breakers getting improved, big improvements, and then having smarter ways for progression, new ways to unlock cap breakers. But today, I want to show you kind of some thoughts and opinions about all of this as we go forward. And again, everybody has an opinion and everybody has a choice of what they would like and they think works, or they might have seen in a previous game and they really liked it. The first thing I could say about that, and that hopefully this doesn't get y'all upset, but everybody has an opinion of what they like. It doesn't mean that it's right. It just means that's what you like and it feels good to you. So understand, for example, when they make the NBA players, we're going to go to the NBA builder here and just put together anything. And we'll just run through a couple of NBA players, and you'd want a Jalen Brunson build and the way he feels, a little stocky, some strength. He's able to get in the lane with layups, no dunking really, but he is a certain play style, but it's within the mechanics of the game. So what does that mean? That means that the builder wouldn't matter, because if I took this exact build and put it in 2K16 or 17 or 18, it will play totally different, depending on the year of the gameplay. When we talk about the builder, I know this probably won't fit into what y'all think is supposed to be talked about. The builder actually goes off of the gameplay. All right. So the question becomes what type of gameplay you want to have. One of the biggest topics about dribbling is having the freedom to burst out of moves and not feel restricted. We don't know what's going to happen with that. If it does change, and that can change the way you make a build. And then people will focus on having specific attributes that complement that new gameplay. Okay. So just follow along with that. That's what I want to kind of make sure we stick to, that the gameplay, the new systems that are going to be in place, I assume, are just going to really tweak the previous game. Could it be a fully brand new revamped? Sure, but that takes a lot of time and money. 2K can't do that in under a year. So I'm assuming we're getting similar gameplay, and I know this is bad news, as last year. Some people might not like certain things of last year's dribbles or shooting, but we're gonna get similar style. And with that in mind, we're also gonna get a similar builder. And whether you like that or not, that's just the way it is. So we're gonna get into how this functions and what we can think about that's gonna happen. And guaranteeing one thing though, Mike Wayne is listening and he knows that some of the dribble stuff kind of got us on our nerve and we wanted to fix that, right? And we wanted him to fix that. So that basically makes sure that the dribbling most likely will have some tweaks and some changes to help enforce that. Secondly, shooting as well was a big complaint and a big thing for the community. So whether or not, first of all, we did confirm green or miss, but rhythm shooting and things like that, will that continue and all that stuff? These are the questions. I do believe that they will keep rhythm shooting in. And so it's like, all right, well, if I can rhythm shoot at the best level without having a 99, I should probably do that, right? Like for me personally, an 89 feels like I have a 99. Like any build I make with an 89, I'm going crazy. And so these thresholds are the pivotal points of the game. If we're going to get a builder like this, the thresholds are important. They did say that most likely, if you're big or small, you're going to have the type of build you want. So what does that mean? That means if I'm a 6-footer, I still want my contact dunks, right? Let's just make believe. Now let's just make believe I'm a big, tall guard, big, tall 6'8" guard, 6'9" or whatever. I wanted to have a specific animation. I could put my dribble up to 86 as we do this year. And I got the exact dribbles I wanted without compromising the rest of my build. And the animation isn't stuck behind the height. This is a feature that most people wanted because they want to feel full freedom, right? And I am okay with that. But we also can't complain when this is the exact opposite of what we're saying. Oh, the build's broken, bro. These dudes are walking around with 6'9" point guards. It's like, well, you asked for it. So I do believe that the positioning, for example, I can't go any higher than a 6'7" on my point guard. So I would have to make a shooting guard if I wanted my normal build that I make all the time, which is a 6'8" or 6'9" type of player. So let's just say I made a 6'8" and I wanted to have the same system where he still has really good dribbles. And 86 is where I would want it anyway. So that's perfect. And then the speed, I want it as fast as possible. And now I have the threshold that I needed to unlock specific animations, as long as they're not tied to a height. Because if it's 6'4" and under, doesn't matter if I have the right attributes. So maybe height will get eliminated because the developers see all the feedback of what the players have been frustrated about last year, where everybody had to make their guards under 6'4" to really compete. Now, don't get it twisted. If you're an amazing player, you could make a 6'7" point guard and cook up, right? You could even see the tall 7-footers go out there like me. I have played on a 7-footer and had a lot of dribbles, at 70, and then you're going out there and you're doing everything you got to do, but there's limitations. And so it's a good thing to have limitations, in my opinion. You don't want it to be too wide open, and the competitiveness is pretty much dead in different ways. So those are just some thoughts about what is looking like because of the developers, taking the feedback that they hear from the community as we go forward, So doesn't mean this is a fact or not, but those are the type of things to expect, in my opinion, when it comes to the builder at the moment. They're taking feedback. They're understanding the community's mad about this or mad about that. They want to try and give you the best feeling in the game as far as like, okay, well, you can do mostly what you want in the court, but you're not going to be some guru master in here, you know? So, anyways, that's my personal take on it. Again, there's no wrong answers about the builder. If you have an opinion about wanting a specific mechanic or feature, that is dope, right? Give it a thought in the comments and stuff like that. But just know that your builder doesn't do anything without the gameplay being proper for that. So the complementary is the builder. So if I make great gameplay and then I say, okay, let's make a builder that works for this, you know, it's the foundation for each other. It's like, was it the egg or the chicken that came first? Those are the questions. So you let me know in the comments, was it egg or the chicken? Hope y'all enjoy, man. We got a bunch of breakdowns about all the news. I just wanted to kind of do a builder breakdown. Check out the other news on the channel right now. Leave a like, comment. Make sure you subscribe for more. All right, see you there. Peace.